Hello everyone. Through the Just BS 101 series, I am making an honest attempt to share a few snippets of my learnings from the business of sports. Today, let's talk about O-2-O fan activation or offline to online fan activation. If you think about the history of sports consumption in general, it of course began in a very offline manner with fans visiting the stadium to watch live games. We moved from that to watching sports on linear TV for the past few decades. And in today's day and age, practically each one of us consumes sports over the smartphone, either through OTT streaming or through some sort of non-live content that's available on social media. The question before sports organizations now is, how do they bridge this physical digital divide in today's day and age? One case in point is, how can we reimagine the fan experience when a fan visits the stadium to watch a live match? And let's explore this in a chronological order of the events that occur, starting with entering the venue, then actually watching the live game, engaging with the venue when the match is not on, let's say halftime, and finally making some sort of a purchase in the venue. How can the physical digital divide be bridged through all of these phases of the fan stadium experience? Let's dive deeper. Stage one, entering the venue. Location-based awareness enables a mobile application to start delivering delightful experiences for fans right from the moment they enter into the geo-fence of a particular stadium. Starting with the obvious ticket screening, fans can simply use the app to scan their tickets and gain access. The next challenge is finding your seat. A mobile application can give you a guided tour to be able to get to your seat in the shortest possible time. An example of that is what we are seeing on the screen with the Tottenham Hotspur app. Finally, CRM targeting. The moment you enter a particular stadium, you can get very, very personalized messages about special discounts that you have in, for example, food and beverage inside the stadium, which could be linked to your loyalty points. So, reminding a fan about redeemable benefits at the venue using targeted CRM, the moment a fan enters the stadium, you get reminded of a 10% discount that's available at a kiosk that's 100 meters away. Stage two, watching the match. How can digital assets like a mobile app provide a near real time simultaneous activation while the fans are actually engaged watching the game? We can't quite call it a second screen in this case because the first screen here is what you're seeing live in the stadium, but it's very similar to a second screen experience in the context of a fan who's watching sports on live TV. What are some examples? Starting with play-by-play stats. As you're engaging with the live game, you can have a very detailed breakdown of what's happening, a very statistically sound commentary on how to appreciate this game better. Second, live gamification. You have 40, 50,000 fans sitting in the stadium. How do you engage them when there is a break in the live action that's happening on the field? You can think of polls, you can think of quiz contests, competing with your fellow fans in the same arena. At the end of it, there could be some interesting rewards on offer. Finally, fan generated clips. This is very interesting because fans do post a lot about their experience of visiting a certain arena, a certain stadium on social media. How about enabling this journey from your own digital asset itself? Open your mobile app, shoot a video, a reel through the mobile app. And then you also have the option of branding it with the team's watermark, for example, and posting it on social through the same digital asset. Stage three, engaging with the venue when the match is not live or when there is a break in the live action. An interesting example could be simply having QR codes placed at different points in the stadium, educating fans about the history of this arena, of some of the great legends who have participated in that particular stadium. Second, exclusive arenas. This is something that sports teams particularly have been trying out for, let's say, the past few years now, where for a certain section of, say, your premium member fans, you have allocated a certain area in the stadium exclusively for them. How do you manage access or entry into these specific locations within the arena? You do that through a mobile app based verification experience. Finally, loyalty quests. Fan loyalty programs are primarily focused on digital behavior, but what if you have some sort of game, some sort of activities in the arena that also get linked to your fan loyalty program? Participate in a simple arcade game in the venue. If you win, you get 100 points on your digital fan loyalty program back on your app. Stage 4, and probably the most important of the lot, making a purchase. Fans visiting the stadium have the highest propensity to make a purchase, to perform a transaction when they are at the arena enjoying the experience. How can a digital asset make this particular process more seamless? Starting with in seat ordering. We've all experienced this, say, in movie theaters, where you don't need to go to the vendor to go to the kiosk. You can actually order sitting in your seat. The food gets delivered right to where you are. Next, membership upgrades. We saw in a previous section that some stadiums have specific locations or sections that are accessible only to a certain cohort of fans, typically the highest tier in the fan loyalty program or the membership program. What if someone experiences this live at the stadium, wants to spot upgrade? You can do that exclusively using your mobile application. Finally, an interesting one, memorabilia auctions. Teams or rights holders can actually have these auctions before the match, after the match, during the mid break, etc., where they are giving out interesting items from the rich history of the particular stadium. And fans can actually participate in this bidding process using those mobile applications. And the lucky one actually gets to take the item home by bidding the highest. All in all, we can see that the possibilities for integrating the physical with the digital are countless, especially when trying to reimagine the stadium experience for fans. Hope you found this useful. Stay tuned for more.